What's up, everybody? Jack and Dylan back with another episode, but guess what? The boys are back in town. We made it here to our house in Idaho.
We arrived late at night and worked since we've got here on our sleds, dialing in for this moment right here, the moment you've all been waiting for and we've been waiting for, the first ride of the season.
We did also stop at Bikeman Performance on the way to throw full exhaust, clutching, tunes in these things. Check that video out. We did a full tour of the shop. But right now, we're headed over to Alpine, Wyoming to meet up with Jared Sessions and Dan Adams because we just got 4 feet of snow up in the hill.
Let's get it.
You got me down again.
We made her to Alpine, Wyoming. Roads were a little bad on the way over, but that's because of the fresh snow and wind.
Yeah, I'm not complaining. We're here obviously at Next Level Clinics, as you can see behind us. We're riding with Dan Adams today. First time ever, and it's our first ride of this season, so the stoke is extremely high right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna go check out the Next Level shop, show you guys what's inside and say hi to Dan, but first we're gonna grab this gift for Jared out of the trailer. Jared's taken really good care of us over the last couple of years, helping us wrench on our stuff and keep us on the snow. So we've got a cool gift that we're gonna give to him. As it relates to the Avalanche forecast, we're totally down to just play it safe. Like, being that it's our first day out, we want to practice with our equipment a little bit too. And just go through all that stuff. And
yeah, I mean, it's kind of the perfect time to do that. And so you guys would know, on a riding clinic day, like it landed on today. On a red day, we don't ride, and it's a really tough call for me. And the downside to it is obviously money, and people are standing there like, you got to be kidding me. The forecast wasn't put together so that it meant on a red day that you don't ride. It certainly just means where. And in my area, we don't get a lot of area where you're not riding through some pretty severe Abbey terrain just to get to sort of meadow militia. And so there are certain times when I look at the crew that I'm with, and I'd say it would be crew specific, where I can just tell they don't know what they don't know. And it would be very difficult for me to be out there and have something happen knowing that they don't know anything. I think you guys know, you've been in the zone before. You guys know, like the switchbacks up Squaw, there's that one like pretty gnarly terrain trap that's right there. Like, that is such a sitting duck little zone right there, and we have seen that thing come down and that road disappear from absolutely nothing above. But because everything is remotely triggering right now, I mean, it's crazy that because that's where we'll go, when we go through that space, we will one at a time through there and everybody stop and look and watch. And it's literally, maybe 100 yards, maybe not even that, but it's a spot that if it ever did go, the only prayer in God that you'd ever have is you had eyes on that person and you had more than just one person outside of that slide if it did happen.
Yeah. Jared, we've got something for you here.
Oh, that is so
Oh,
sick.
dude, that's rad.
Yeah, man.
That is a sweet picture.
Nice job.
You know where that is, right?
Never been there before.
We won't say it on camera. But yeah, that's
sweet.
yours.
Thanks,
of course.
guys.
Yeah, you bet. Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate all your support over the years, man, seriously. Avalanche danger is really high today. We just remote triggered this slab just by riding on the trail. So it just goes to show, check the forecast. When it's really high like this, you can still have fun, but play it safe in the flats. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Well, it's never easy out here. The rear axle just blew out and my rails went right through my track. So, brand new track, torn up. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to find one. That's gonna be interesting. And our day is cut very short. Got about 3 miles on. So I gotta try and get this thing out somehow. Find a track. Hopefully you guys can go ride. I guess. It's always something.
1, 2, 3.
Well, as you can see, the Gen 5s are absolutely ripping. We're getting down to the earth pretty quickly, but we do have like waist deep of fresh snow, so that's sick. The braking miles are going in right. I've got like 13 miles on this thing, and that is what's left of the rear bumper, if that tells you anything. So I'm gonna get a new rear bumper on this thing, make sure this is all tight tonight, and then it's another day on the snow tomorrow. I'm stoked to go find some more fresh.
We got the sled onto the trail, so that's huge. It actually dragged on the track pretty easily behind Jared's sled, only flipped over a couple of times. But just to navigate down this trail and for ease of the sled that's towing it, we're gonna cut the track off so it slides on the slide rails. The track's done, it's toast, probably make some mud flaps out of it or something, but this will allow it to slide much easier down the trail. So we're gonna pull this track off and then just be my job to find a new one. So
You want to do the honors?
yeah, I do.
All right.
There you go. Quarter of the way there.
Whistling diesel style.
Durability testing. Where you at, Cody?
Clean cut.
Very nice.
We've just got a couple miles of trail, probably more like 5 or 6 to get out of here. Then it's back to the truck and we're gonna wrench and try to figure out how to get back on the snow as soon as possible. Another thing you could do in this situation is to throw the back end of the sled up on the other back end of the sled. That way you can just ride on the skis out, but that typically destroys your taillight and possibly your bumper. So we're gonna avoid that since the track's already shot.
Yes, Jared. I mean,
Found the culprit.
there's all these types.
Man's got track. So, this is the new Skidoo Expert track. This is the full length rod track. And it sounds like they're back ordered until March 16th. I was able to get my hands on one thanks to my buddy Clark. So thank you, Clark. He sold me one and we're gonna be back on the snow tomorrow. In our first Gen 5 walkthrough video, we talked about the rear drop brackets and how those have changed. The other feature allows for quick removal of the drive shaft. So you don't have to pull the lower gear out of the chain case anymore. So that's gonna make this a lot easier. So I'm gonna lift the back end of the sled up here. We're gonna drop the skid and get this new track in so we can go ride out on park tomorrow. I'm just gonna take two 10mm here and pull this through bolt on each side. And from there, we're gonna be able to just drop the skid right out. Just like that, the back of the skid is dropped. Now we just have to drop the front, which is still the same through shaft, and then we'll tackle the drive shaft. Wow, look at that. We've got some grease lines on the chain case side of the drive shaft here. Makes a ton of sense. This just pops right out now once you get the brake out. You don't need to pull the bottom gear off this drive shaft. Skidoo just making it easier. It took about 20 minutes to pull the track out. So we're gonna get the new track in, get some shut-eye, hit the snow in the morning.
All right, you guys, well, we are back. Last night we got Jack's sled all situated. Had to source some parts this morning. Huge shout out to Mason Rutledge for pulling through on some rear axle bolts, but we were able to score a track. We got it all back together, so we're gonna get out in the snow today. I know we mentioned we were going to Island Park, but we found out that the snow is probably gonna be a little bit better elsewhere, so we're gonna go check that out. And yeah, should be an awesome first day. Kind of first day, second day, hopefully a lot better than yesterday. So we'll see you guys out there on the mountain. I thought I could slip right through here, and then I just got sucked into it.
It happens.
So, anyways.
First suck of the year.
Yep. How's she taste? Oh man, what a day. No complaints at all for day 2. Stoked for more of the season, but what a way to set the tone for this sled year. It's gonna be an epic one.